Hello viewers, welcome to EduTube. In this lesson, we are going to learn division of decimal numbers. So, our first example, we are dividing 3.92 by 0.07. So, to divide these two numbers, these two decimal numbers, 3.92 and 0.07, the first thing we will do is to express them as fraction. Why are we expressing as fraction? We are expressing as fraction simply because our divisor is a decimal number. So I'm going to have 3.92 over 0.07. Now, the main intent of the expression of the numbers as decimal is basically to rationalize the denominator, which is 0.07. So we want to rationalize the denominator 0.07 to become a whole number, So to rationalize the denominator to become a whole number, what we would do is to count the decimal places, which is the numbers of digits we have after the decimal point from our right side, which is 1, 2. So we have two decimal places. So the two decimal places is going to be translated into powers of 10 in two places. That is 10 raised to power 2, so which is 3.92 times 100 over 0.07 times 100. Again, the reason why we are rationalizing 0.07 is to turn it to an whole number. So turning it to an whole number, we'll consider the numbers of digits we have in the decimal points, which is two decimal places. So two decimal places will be translated as 100. If it's one decimal place, it will be translated as 10. So we are rationalizing the two numbers, the numerator and the denominator, by multiplying them by 100. So when you are multiplying a decimal number by powers of 10, what you do is to move the point to your right side by the numbers of zeros you have in the powers of 10. So we have two zeros. That means we are moving the point 2 times to the right side. So moving the point 2 times to the right side means 1, 2. So the point will now stop here for 3.92. So we have a new number, which is 392. Now we are rationalizing the denominator as well. So we are moving the point to our right side in two places, so which is 1, 2. So the point is stopping here as well. 1, 2. The point is stopping here. So we now have a new number, which is 7. So we have a new number, 392 divided by 7. So basically we have rationalized our denominator to become an whole number. Now, the rationalization of the denominator has affected the numerator as well. So, and that is how you do it. So now that we have a new number, we can now use whether our short division or our long division to find out our answer. So in this case, I will use the long division. So I have 392 divided by 7. So 3 in 39. Checking my multiplication table, I know that 7 times 4 will give me 38, and 7 times 5 will give me 35, and 7 times 6 will give me 42. So 42 is certainly greater than 39, so I'm going to use 7 times 5, which is 35. So I'm going to write 5 up here. So 5 times 7 will give me 35. So if I take away 35 from 39, I'll be left with 4. So I'm going to bring down my 2 here, so I have a new number, which is 42. So 7 in 42, that will give me 6 by my multiplication table. So because 6 times 7 will give me what? 42. So if I take away 42 from 42, I'll be left with what? 0. So that means 3.92 divided by 0.07 will give me 56 as my answer. So that is that about division of decimal numbers by decimal numbers. Now the next one, we are dividing a decimal number by a pure whole number. So in this case now, our divisor is an whole number and our dividend is a decimal number. So we are not stressing ourselves much here. So I'm going to use a short division to divide this. So with my 49.5 inside and my 5 outside. Why am I using short division? Simply because it's a short number, and also our divisor is not a decimal number. So there is no need for rationalization. So 5 in 49, of course, will give me what? 9, because 5 times 9 is 45 with a remainder. So I'll bring down my point because 5 in 49 is 9. So I'll bring down my 9. So 5 times 9 is 45. If I take away 45 from 49, I'll be left with 4. So if I put the 4 beside my 5, that will make it 45. So 5 in 45 again, that will give me what? 9. So that means 5 in 49.5 will give me what? 9.9, which is my answer. And then for the third one, we have a decimal number divided by a multiple of 10, which is this 100, a multiple of 10. Any number that ends with a 0 is a multiple of 10. So 135.2 divided by 100. Now in this case, it is straightforward. If you are dividing a decimal number by a multiple of 10, simply move the decimal point to your left side in places of the numbers of 0 you have. What do I mean by that? We have 2 zeros here in our multiple of 10. That means we are going to move our point in 2 places to the left side. We are going to move our decimal point in 2 places to the left side like this, 1 and then 2. So our point has moved to a new position, which is between 1 and 3, because we have two zeros here. If you add 1 0, we are going to move the point 1 place to the left. So if you have 3 zeros, you are going to move the point 3 place to the left. So that's how you divide a decimal number by multiples of 10 when the first digit is 1. So now our new number, so dividing this by 100, our new number is now 1.352. As simple as that. Then in this case now, in this example 4, we have 4.6 divided by 200. This is still a multiple of 10, but the difference between this and the first one is that the first digit is 1, while in this case the first digit is 2, so which makes it a significant number to deal with. But then it is still the same process with just slight differences. So to divide 4.6 by 200, what we will do is to expand the number. So we'll say 4.6 divided by open bracket. Now we expand this to number, which will mean that we can do 2 times 100, which will still give us what? 200. Now expanding this number will mean that we are going to divide 4.6 by 2 and then divide by 100. So I'm going to write 4.6 divided by 2. I'm going to open and close the bracket, then divided by 100. So now 4.6 divided by 2, I will use my short division to find out the answer. 4.6 inside and 2 outside. So 2 in 4, that will give me 2. Then I'll bring down my point. And then 2 in 6, that will give me what? 3. So I have a new number. So now the next number, place an arrow here. So now our new number is now 2.3. Remember, we still have divided by 100. 1.3 divided by 100. Now remember what I explained in example 3. If you are dividing by multiples of 10 wherein your first number is 1, move your decimal point to your left side by the numbers of zeros you have in your multiple of 10. So since we have 2 zeros, I'm going to move the decimal point 2 places to the left, which is 1 and then 2. So this is that means my point is stopping here. Then what will happen to this curve next to the point? This curve here will turn to 0. So my new number will be 0.023. So basically, I'll start the number which is 0. So basically, my answer is 0.023. So that is that on how to divide decimal number by multiples of 10. Or basically, that is that about division of decimal number. Thank you for watching. If you are new to this channel, please kindly click on the subscription button below this video to get notified of more academic lessons like this. And if you are a returning subscriber, we say a big thank you for your love and support always. I will see you in the next lesson.